Welcome to Study Loop.
Let's evaluate the definite integral from 1 to 2. We see that the integrand, we have a polynomial divided by a polynomial, and the polynomials have same degree for the numerator and denominator. They're both degree 2. So we should do long division here, polynomial division. So 3x squared divided by x squared is 3. Let's go ahead and multiply out that 3. We get 3x squared plus 9x plus 6. And we subtract this whole thing. So we should get minus 3x, and then 2 minus 6, minus 4. Since x squared does not go into x, that means this down here is our remainder. So all this says that we can take this original integrand and write it as the quotient was 3. Then we have our remainder up top. And then on the bottom, we have our original denominator. But let's actually go ahead and factor that. So that'll be x plus 1 and x plus 2 in the denominator. And so now we'll do partial fraction decomposition on this new fraction. So for right now, let's ignore the 3 on the left over here for a minute. So this is the partial fraction decomposition will be a over x plus 2 plus b over x plus 1. So let me go ahead and set these equal to each other. This is what the book calls case 1. We have 2 linear factors in the denominator, and they're distinct. So the next step would be to go ahead and multiply both sides of this equation down here by the denominator on the bottom left. So we get minus 3x minus 4 on the left. And on the right, after we multiply, a times x plus 1, b times x plus 2. And we can go ahead and factor out a x. We get a plus b. And then for the constant term, we just get a plus 2b. Now looking on the left-hand side, we see that the coefficient in front of the x is a minus 3. That means a plus b has to also equal negative 3. And for the other equation, or for the other coefficient, we see here the constant is minus 4. And the constant over here is a plus 2b, so those also have to be equal. So let's write these equations on the next page. We have a plus b equals minus 3. We also have a plus 2b equals minus 4. So these were the equations that we highlighted on the previous page. Now let's go ahead and just solve this 2 by 2 system for a and b. So for example, I could take this first equation over here, get a by itself. Then we could go ahead and plug in this a value into the other equation. So by doing so, we get negative 3 plus b equals minus 4. And then go ahead and just solve that for b. Once we do that, plug b back into this equation over here and solve for a. So we have minus 3, but then we're going to have minus negative 1. So that's a minus 2. So now we finally have our coefficients for the partial fraction decomposition. So at this point, let's write out the integral. We'll have integral 1 to 2. We did the long division. We had a 3 before the partial fraction decomposition. And then now we have plus a divided by x plus 2. And then b divided by x plus 1. So this is where the a and b are coming from. And then now we're ready to integrate. If this +2 and the +1 are bothering you here, you could go ahead and feel free to use the U substitution. There you can use x plus 2, and over here you could use u equals x plus 1. Now let me come down here to this side, bottom left. After we integrate, 3x minus 2 natural log x plus 2 minus natural log absolute value x plus 1, and then our endpoints 1 to 2. Plugging in 2 first. 6 minus 2 natural log of 4 minus natural log of 3 minus 3 minus 2 natural log of 3 minus natural log of 2. The next step here is just simplify as much as we can. You see that you have 6 minus 3, so you should get a 3 there. And then here you could also simplify the natural log of 3s. You could combine. So you have minus 1 here and then plus 2 on the other side. So let's go to the next page. 3 minus 2 ln 4 plus ln 3 plus ln 2. Now there's many ways to go about this. Technically, we could stop here, but you might as well simplify when you can. So for example, if you wanted to use the log properties, you could write this too inside the exponent. So we'd have minus ln 4 squared, which is 16, plus, and then we have ln of 2 times 3. So for example, we can write it this way, and then we can use one of our log properties. We have a log minus a log, so we can write that as log of a fraction. And then finally, just simplify that fraction and we're finished. So here, divide by 2, top and bottom. And that's our final answer.